One by one, the soy boys will fall. Earlier today, friends, we had breaking news that TradingView, the chart package I use, everyone uses TradingView, they have now added PulseX. Wow, they've actually supported PulseChain. Thank you very much, TradingView. So now you can actually go to TradingView, friends. If you type in PulseX, you'll be able to see a whole list of these, of everything on the exchange. So if you type in PulseX here, so there's a PulseX prefix. You can look at it. Now, obviously, it's hard to see which ones there are. People have to find individual ones, but it's great that they're actually starting to support it. It's beautiful. So if you just play around with this one, this is PulseX PLS. So you remember, friends, as well, the price is with these, remember, it's 0.00 because of the rounding. If you want to basically get like the full integer, you might have to just do like 1,000,000 times, and then you type in PulseX and then double dot, and then you can like look through any of them. So here's like wrapped pulse, for example, and you do that and it'll like change the number out here. But it's pretty good, isn't it? So you have this out here. This is PulseX. Wow. So I think this is actual PulseX itself. Really nice. Now we actually have the great charts on TradingView. Now we actually construct our own ratios, which we don't really need to, friends. Like, ratios are cool and everything, but when the prices are like really low, you don't need to worry about them. But they are cool to build conviction out here. So thank you very much, TradingView. That's beautiful to see. Now they did add other chains as well, friends, but you don't care about them. So they added PancakeSwap, Solana, Radium, Uniswap V3. These are the different, these ones were already there. Blast in the ass. So Uniswap V3 here again. MM Finance, Ronin, Katana, different. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much to Francis. Mr. Francis Silva. Not to be confused with Mr. Francis Gold, sir. But I love and appreciate you. So, like, friends, I told you, the gatekeeping, right? Slowly, one by one. Tick-tock. Look, friends. Look, man, we're long everything, man. It's just like, if you yell about Bitcoin, we don't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's no energy. Where's it go to? It's just, oh, we need another country to adopt. They're not listening to you and me. It's too big. It's BlackRock BTC, man. Right? And by the way, I don't really know if it's going to get to $13 million, like Michael Chad Saylor said. What? Look, friends, if I could write the news, I'd write them for you from two perspectives. Yeah? On one hand, I go, Michael Chad Saylor says Bitcoin's going to 13 million. And then I rewrite the news. Guy with 2.5% of coin supply says it's going to run up another 450x from today. It's exactly the same thing. Oh, he literally 2.5% supply. He's going to buy, but he's going to own over 3% of the supply. Guy with 3% of the token supply says it's going to pump. It's up to you to make that decision. During these times as well, friends, I've shown you PulseChain. We've seen the gatekeeping come out. It's beautiful as well. There's controversy as well. pDAI moving around. This is pDAI pulse ratio. Man, this is still like, oh man. There's also, I got asked as well by Baby Doll. They go like, I get asked this a lot. What coins I'll do, what coins I'll buy. I can't tell you, man. I'm not going to tell you anything. But I'll just tell you what I will do. If I want a coin, okay, I go through the list. If I go on a coin, okay, so if I want a coin, I will do this, right? I go, well, okay, my fiat cash savings. That's first preference because that thing's going to zero the fastest over time. That's your first preference, okay? If you have absolutely no fiat cash savings, and trust me, even like even $500 from there, man, it goes a long way. Yeah, it's fresh fiat, man. It's literally, because you can think about this, like if you have $500 fiat cash savings and then you get like a 50x, just say to yourself, oh, I'm going to put in $500 now, and if it goes up 25, I'm just going to bring it back, right? So you can do that now. Your next preference, okay? Base of your portfolio, you can trim off your Bitcoin, you can trim off your Ethereum, yeah? Bitcoin first, because ETH BTC is low. You don't want to sell your ETH, yeah? And the next preference is Ethereum, okay? And then after that, your layer one coins in your preference. Maybe you've got Soy, maybe you've got BNB, maybe you've got Tron, what it is, you peel from them. And then absolutely, if you really still want it, let's say you've got like 20 coins, just go to each coin. Let's say you got 20 coins. Let's say each of them's like $200 each, whatever. You know what I mean? Or $100 each. Just go there and go, okay, I'm just going to grab like $10 from each coin, put it in a pile, and then buy that coin I want, right? So that's why the person was asking me in Telegram, he wanted to get in pDAI. I was like, bro, just, I would. You do what you want, bro. If it goes to zero, it's your fault. I would just go like 20 of the coins, grab like, you know, $30 from each, just rotate it in, and then just and go into, and get into pDAI and just add like that. All right, but don't do like full amounts, because like if you start doing full amounts everywhere, it's just tough, friends. Like we know markets consume souls. As soon as you do that, now there's a license for that coin to start printing, you know, and that's why you decide where you're on, 10% here or 20% here, you can do that. So you can rotate stuff around, and you don't have to have this all-in mentality like, oh, I don't like this coin anymore, let me sell all of it and move in. That has how people get into trouble. But also people get into trouble, friends, because they're listening to guys like this, right, talking about the the infinite minting pDAI bug out here. Remember, it came on Blood Moon, man. No, you don't get it. pDAI is extracting value from PulseChain. That's why we're dumping. Man, it's the same thing every time. Like, look, okay, it could be infinite minting. Honestly, it could be. Here's the thing. Why would you let infinite minting exist and not take advantage here and here or up here? Why are you waiting to now? Number one. Number two, why don't you just go infinite mint it like right now? Because if you can infinitely mint it, someone else can. Why don't you just go, you found the bug, you found how to do it, okay, start infinitely minting. Like literally drain it all to zero right now. Obviously, they're not doing it for a reason. See, man, this is the FUD that always comes out, right? It's always at the bottom of stuff out here. But it's beautiful, man. There's full network effect mindshare here. Some cool, interesting pDAI discussions from the chat. 99, do you think Richard Hart will give us the final peg up in our butt when he sees all the efforts you've done? Mr. 99, I think Richard Hart knows that the community knows we can't tie it to him. He knows this and has set it up so that it's 99.9% him, but not 100%. That's the key. So 99. So yes, the pDAI supply will keep falling. PMaker and PRV will keep rising, and the price pressure on pDAI will get us to $1. At that point, it's very likely that Hex, Pulse, PulseX collateral types will be added and assets will start to climb. The major point here is that we can get collateralized without new money, as PRV always lends into the vaults to collateralize them. So a lot of people as well said, friends, they're concerned because now that Hex has been staked by the origin address, yes, no thank you to Wanker Guru or Coin Butthole or any other shit crypto media who reported no alpha for their audience. Wanker Guru, oh, I want to report on Solana turning 5 today. Okay, you're not going to hear from them, okay? But Hex origin address has staked a lot of Hex, 2 to 15 years, made Hex more scarce, number one, and increased the exchange listing probability as well because of that. But also now, because the collateral's being staked, it can't be moved to peg the pDAI. That's what the narrative is. But friends, if you add up, including the origin address, there is, so just forget Hex, yeah? You still have Pulse and PulseX. The origin address has 8 billion there of theoretical oracle value, 8 billion. So if they just do a 5x from here, now you've got 40 billion. You're over collateralized. I think you only need that much for pDAI, because pDAI has 23 billion pDAI, and I think if you need 150% over collateralization, there you go. So they only need to do a 5x. But so friends, I've already known here, if you go here, okay, if you go look at the PLS chart, I have been saying, this is my expectation, man. As Pulse goes up, pDAI goes up. Yeah, pDAI will just be leverage on it. The people who got just a bit upset is because now that the Hex collateral is staked, it can't be used to peg it faster. And a lot of those people have the belief that we're going to peg like tomorrow and next month. Like it's a very short-term thing. Look, man, I hope it does. I'm prepared for it not to. That's it. I'm prepared, friends. Like I don't want, like kind of like, okay, friends, you're walking outside, you've got an umbrella with you. You're looking at the clouds. Some people are saying, don't worry, it definitely won't rain. And I'm like saying, look, man, I've got an umbrella. Whoop. Here's my umbrella. It's actually a giant lollipop. I've got an umbrella here. I don't want it to rain. I don't know if it's going to rain, but I've got an umbrella in case it does rain. That is our expectations being drawn out further and delaying gratification. That you're protecting yourself against the dopamine crashes. He also explains at the bottom as well, do we know how many vaults there are? No. Every maker auction will sell 250 maker tokens, $3,500 per go. They may raise this number, but that's what it's set at for now. There are thousands of these ready to go, and higher the deficit goes, the more there is. Effectively, we have 100 million pDAI that needs to be burnt, and PMaker will issue more and more tokens until that is repaid. Watch that deficit rise into the billions. Theoretically, it could rise in the total pDAI deficit. Then we mint enough PMaker to completely collateralize the back end. What do you think the pDAI supply could fall down to when we reach $1? Less than 15 to 20 billions? This is a good question, by the way. Thank you to Moosey. So right now there's 26 billion, I think. You can actually go to pulsemaker.win/account. On the right, here we go, 26 billion. And the system surplus, friends, 200 million pDAI. Wow, it's actually getting bigger, right? So remember, the bigger this number is, that means the system is under-collateralized, which means it's set up so it will keep minting other stuff to try get the number up, okay? So there's 26 billion total pDAI. There you go, around 25.9 billion, okay? So whatever it is, 26 billion. So 99, it could theoretically fall to 0, but the only way it does is if people sell their pDAI. So yeah, that is a good question. Obviously, no one knows what the total supply will go down to, but just to let you know, friends, the less supply of the pDAI, it means you need less money to over collateralize. So that's obviously, that's been the big thing everyone's always said is they go, who is going to give money to a bunch of randoms on the internet? That was the first thing I said too, until I did some digging, dig. And I go, oh wow, there's a chance Richard ain't giving it just to a bunch of random people. It's that he's giving it to him for first, and everyone else is a byproduct of it. By the way, that's how people get rich in society. Did you know that? The billionaire idea comes out. Jeff Bezos makes Amazon. Tim Apple makes the iPhone. Bill Gates invents, like a needle, vaccine. So they make the thing, friends, and they get really, really rich, and then the wealth disperses out like that. That's how it gets worked. Now, everyone gets, look at Facebook as well, right? There was Mark Zuckerberg. And then remember all the Facebook investors, people who are in early, all the early employees. So everyone getting rich is the byproduct of all this like great wealth effect. That's how it happens. But look, that's honestly, that's the truth. I don't like to fluff up that talk because you and I can always get manipulated by it. When everyone's like, this is a great opportunity and you are going to be my special guest to come in and make money. That's like, it feels like snake oil stuff, but it is true though. It is true. And by the way, also, once again, I don't want to be transphobic here, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. It already happened with Hex. All right. When Richard collected the Ethereum here, let's go back to the actual time period. And some of you are being very transphobic as well. Let me show you this, okay? When Ethereum was collected by Dickie Hart, look what the price was. December 29. Friends, Ethereum was here, $140. So check this out. Richard Hart collects $140 of ETH. He sells the top here, 28x higher. He uses the profits, push up Hex. You get it? It's the same thing. He took an idea. So whether he got that money by gambling or buying shares or building like a shampoo factory or building like a box factory, which has always been my dream as a younger kid to go and work in. Whether he did that or he went and bought Ethereum, doesn't matter. He took the profits, comes and rotates in, smacks it up. He alluded to that, remember, with his Eric Wall debate. So where you like everyone winning from Hex and PulseChain, it's a byproduct of that. It's just happening again. It's happening again. But we got the Ethereum sacrifice treasury. Perhaps. You see? We don't have all the answers, friends. We're not meant to have all the answers. We don't know, dude. Like, kind of, it's funny, right? Friends, I'm here. I'm as a gift. I'm a gift, okay? I'm literally here 18 hours a day. I see myself as like, I'm lucky to even be here, right? I'm a unicorn. I'm here 18 hours a day. I figured out what happened here, and I could tell you the story succinctly, clearly, transparently. Richard gets the ETH, it goes up, it pumps up, market tops here, he pumps it up, Hex ETH goes up. We have every single part of the story. However, during the time it was happening, you had no idea. It was just belief. It was just belief. That's it. You did not know. Richard's not coming out and saying, I am going to do this. There was nothing. You had no idea. And by the way, he didn't even know. He had to wait for Ethereum to top. You see? We're in the exact same period of time now. So some weird magic is happening. But it doesn't feel like weird magic, but there is weird magic in the pDAI chart. There's just no there's no magic in the PulseChain core coins chart. Or the other core coins, because it's a core coin, right? You see, but there is magic happening right now. It's just perhaps this magic has to fulfill its destiny first, and then the magic for Hex and everything else goes up. Yeah. Also, if you go look at this chart, so friends, the real chart, remember, is Hex ETH ratio, which is here. So, as far as I'm concerned, Hex was doing nothing this whole time until Richard thought the top was in. Look at that. This is literally the week that this is your whole bull market. Up and down and up and down. It's literally gone nowhere. It's literally all over. And then look what ends up happening though. Bang. Okay, let's do the next one. Bang. You see that? It might be, friends. See this arrow point? That's when Richard thought the top was in for Ethereum. That's why we all think, well, I've told you many times, maybe the biggest move for PulseChain comes when Richard thinks the top is in for Ethereum. Whenever that is. But this is where the speculation part comes. We don't know, is this arrow point going to be the peg, where we peg and then the intergalactic pump happens? Or Richard thinks it's over, we peg halfway, and then there's an extra bonus to the core coins. That we don't know, okay? You don't know that. You don't know that. It's just a matter of faith. Once again. And look, after hearing all that, friends, I just want to tell you, it could always be worse. It could literally always be worse. Look at this. From Reddit. In marriage. My wife used to have an OnlyFans. I'm devastated. We got married earlier the year. Everything seemed fine, or so I thought. One of my wife's closest friends couldn't make it to the wedding. She decided to stay with us for the weekend. While we were eating, her friend jokingly asked my wife, "Is he involved in your small business?" I, the husband, was confused because as far as I knew, my wife didn't have anything like that. So I asked her friend, "What small business are you talking about?" My wife turned red and tried to change the subject, but her friend said, "Oh, she used to do OnlyFans with an ex-boyfriend and a few others. I thought she told you about it." This immediately made me leave the room to collect my thoughts. While they got into an argument, I haven't left the guest room since, and I heard my wife go to our room. I work in investment banking and my wife is a dental assistant. Sorry, sir. I think she's an actual lollipop assistant now that I think about it. The situation is very scandalous for my career, and doing pornography is not something I ever wanted in a partner. I'm at a loss. Look, life throws curveballs at you. Yeah? What are you going to do, friends? In this situation, I say, you get up out of that hotel cuck chair, you put on your moggles, and you say, today's the day that I'm going to stop being a little bitch. You walk up, you take one last sniff of that room. That's the last time you're going to smell her, him, that other guy, the neighbor, and everyone else in that room. You walk outside and you go buy yourself a nice squeaky chair. You sign up to a crypto exchange, you make your first deposit, and you join the revolution. Like, subscribe, belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.